Broadcasting from the furniture capital of the world, it's Couched with Carson Kressley. Tonight's guest, best-selling author, television personality, top designer, and international tastemaker, Thom Filicia. With Roy Day and his band.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Carson!
That was such a good flourish at the end. It was a bam, bam, bam. I highly recommend getting a band, everybody. It's so good. You know, they take up a lot of room, but they're, perfection. Hi, everybody. Hi. This is so interactive. This is Couched, everybody. Look, there's a sign. And with Carson Kressley, that's me. And this is the show where my giant lips and I compete for the spotlight. No, not these lips, those lips. But no, really, we're here to talk about design, have fun, and most importantly, meet some incredible designer talent right here on this stage. So, does that sound exciting? I love design. I'm a designophile, which sounds really naughty, but it's totally good. Thank you so much. See, the band, again, makes everything better. Okay, guys, today's subject is riveting, okay? Every episode of Couch, we talk about something very important in the design world, and today is no different. Yes, it is true, we are talking about, wait for it, layout. I know, mind-blowing. But before we get to that, give it up for Roy and Cookie. I'm gonna take the long way. I like the headband's good. I've never come over this way. All right. Woo! Thank you so much. They just play music whenever I do anything. I could go like this and that'd be like, or I could do this. See, and I make it so exciting and I did absolutely nothing. So thank you. Before we get to our next guest, let me tell you that from big to small, there are tons of layout trends out there, but I'm dying to find out what's what and why this is such a popular topic these days. But don't worry, everybody, because we have an expert in the house, okay? One of my favorite designers is backstage drinking Chardonnay right now, and he knows all about layout. He's been an expert for many years. He old. And he's created beautiful modern and classic interiors for star clients, including Tina Fey, Jennifer Lopez, David Bowie, and Iman. And he's even designed for brands like Delta Airlines, Rosewood Hotels and Resorts, W Hotels, just to name a few. And you may have also seen him recently on this, my favorite design show. I think it's incredible. It's the Bravo hit, Get a Room with Carson and Thom. Oh, no, please sit down. Please sit down. Can you guess who it is? It's not Carson. So please welcome, all the way from New York City, the ever so talented and stylish Tom Felicia.
Hey guys! Hey!
Have some Chardonnay. Hey, girl, hey! Thank you so much.
They're good.
Isn't the band so great?
They're amazing. I've seen you guys. I'm a High Point
sort of
veteran,
if you will.
Many
As Carson pointed out, I'm an
years.
elderly veteran.
Yes, yes. You have to get.
That is the largest sofa I've ever seen ever.
It's the world's largest sofa.
Oh my
And
goodness!
it matches
Wow.
the world's largest highboy up
I
in the
love
driveway.
it. And you're even kissing your own ass while I sit here.
You know what? I never thought of that. Tom Felicia, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. That's all the time we have. I'm so sorry.
It's been lovely.
Good times. Yeah, isn't this fun? I
Yes.
saw this. I
I love
swear
it.
this came from, do you remember Too Close
I've
for
seen
Comfort?
this. Yeah, no, but yeah. Oh God, do I remember it?
And it was like Jim
By
J.
the way,
Bullock.
I think, remember there was Monroe?
Yeah, and I think Monroe
I'm pretty sure Monroe was,
liked
he was a confirmed bachelor.
Yeah, and he liked collectible porcelain, if you know what we mean. But I think in that show, I think Monroe or his neighbor,
Had
Mr.
that.
Raskin, had the
Yes.
lip sofa.
I think the
and then
lip
I wanted
sofa,
it.
I think it also has like a family member. It would be a brother or sister, probably a sister. But,
Right,
you know,
right.
You never know. It's like a high heel.
A high-heeled shoe chair. I thought about getting those, but then I realized that they'd be kind of like reclining
Yeah.
and people could fall off the shoe, and we just
And he
don't have
doesn't
that
want
kind
any
of
shoe
insurance.
competition. Have you noticed? It's always
These
yeah,
old
they're-
things?
I've seen him. I've actually seen him painting. I think either a chair. I think it was a chair. And weren't you wearing those?
I
when we
am
did the other-
usually wearing a highly decorative loafer anytime I do any like home design projects.
He's usually wearing a shoe that costs more than the sofa.
Usually
That we're
more than
dealing
the
with
thing
on the
I'm
show.
restoring.
Yeah.
But when we did get a room,
Yeah.
we were literally like, Tom
Yeah.
was like,
I know it sounds slutty, but it was actually a really good design show.
it does. But we were actually doing a lot of that stuff. Like Tom was like busy like
Yeah.
interior designing and staying up for days and doing
and
all the
you'd go out and
things.
get that orchid.
I would show up like the last day on set, like he'd be slaving for 3 days, like building furniture and painting, and I'd be like,
Okay, we're done.
okay,
I'm like,
let's
Carson's
film
here.
this.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I'm
"Whew,
like, the
I'm
votive
exhausted.
candles are here. We're done.
I'm gonna
That's
light
hilarious.
some candles and place some dahlias. Okay, all
I
right,
love it.
let's get an Emmy.
So this is amazing.
Do you love my
I
set?
love it. I think it's great.
Do you like what I've done with the place?
I do. I think it's really awesome. I love that I'm being couched.
Yeah, and it matches. This was awkward
Yeah.
for me because Tom Felicia is really my design mentor. He has taught me seriously, everything I know, I have learned from him and a little bit on Pinterest. One of the things that I love that you always do, and you did this on Get a Room, clients had a formal dining room, and they had like 3 young kids, and they were like, we never really use this space. What can we do? And you turned it into like kind of like a game room.
Yeah, like another space that they'll actually use. And I'm like, you know, this is a space that will benefit your use of the house. You know, you're actually going to use your square footage. You're going to maximize your interior layout. And just because there's a hanging fixture in the middle of the room, that's like not a big project to turn that into something else.
Right.
And move it into the corner and put a game table and ping pong table, whatever you need to do. A study room, or it really depends on the lifestyle. I always tell people the first things I look at, even before I start the plan, is the location, the architecture, the lifestyle, the point of view of what you're trying to accomplish in this space. Because if it's your weekend house or your main house, if you're lucky enough to have a ski house or a summer house, you're using those spaces so differently. You're entertaining differently. You're cooking differently. So you're even getting dressed differently. Like
Right.
when you're doing a summer house, the closets don't really need to be that massive. But when
Right.
you're doing a house that's like in a northern climate, I mean, you need coat closets. When people come in the door, like you have to
cashmere
really think,
vault.
Exactly,
All
you
of
have to have
it.
that. You have, there we go.
all of it. But
I pulled this out of my vault today.
basically, moral of the story is don't be afraid to repurpose your
Yes.
spaces for things that you're actually going
Right.
to use and enjoy. And
Exactly.
Same thing with fashion, like
Yeah.
use your good
Right.
stuff, enjoy
Yeah.
it, wear it.
I usually turn any room that I'm not sure what to do with into a bar, just
Yeah.
because then you don't have to
Yeah.
walk all that. Like where the kitchen
It's
so
so
far away sometimes.
handy. Now we're gonna play a little game.
Alrighty.
And this is
Am
going
I-
to.
am I part of this?
It's basically 20 questions.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna ask you 20 first that you have not seen. I've not seen these either. And then you're gonna do the same with me. But this is really gonna give our audience some great design advice. All right, here we go, Tom Felicia.
Alrighty.
Best advice you'd give to budding designers.
The best advice I would give to budding designers is make sure that you really focus on like your your point of view and your style and your aesthetic. Because I think when you really work in the space that feels authentic to who you are, I think that's when you can become an important influence in that space.
Right, it sets you apart from the crowd too. Oh, best date you ever went on?
The best date I ever went on was, I would say, you know what? I mean, I'm single. So,
What?
And ready to mingle. And ready to
Okay.
mingle. But no,
Ladies.
so yeah, you know what? At this point, I'm opening it up. You know what I mean? I am.
Yeah.
I'm opening it up.
Stop being so choosy.
So by the way, I'm waiting for my real best date, but I will tell you my best date probably I would say was with my ex-boyfriend because I haven't really had I haven't had a new best date yet.
No, that's
know.
actually kind of sad.
No, but I've had great dates, but I mean they're fun for me because I'm drunk and I'm not really interested.
Who wants to go on a date with Tom? Anybody?
Look, nobody, not one person raised their hand.
All right, we'll get back
Really?
to that.
How many people are on that damn sofa? Not one of
We'll
you
get
wants
back to that. Oh, I don't know if you're gonna like this question. Favorite millennial design trend? 'Cause I
Oh
know
my
you're
God.
not a trend guy.
Oh my God, we have millennials in our office. We have a lot of them, and I have to say, millennial design trend. Well, I love millennials are always I love their whole experience thing because first of all I am tapped into that.
Right.
Because they're always going on vacation. I'm like, oh my God, I love you guys. You're like 12 and always going on vacation. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
their
amazing.
Instagram is
No.
nothing but trips to Ibiza.
No, I
I'm
love
like,
it.
do
They're
you have
all
a
about
job?
experiences. But you know what I really love? I do love that they've sort of the renaissance of the sort of dusty rose pink.
Right,
I think
millennial pink.
Millennial pink. Hey,
It's
how
not
you doing?
that.
No, it's more
Towards
this.
the top, yeah.
I think it's what
It's
I'm
more
wearing.
of a dusty
Yeah.
rose slash
Yeah.
mauve.
I love it.
Okay, best vacation you've ever taken?
I would say.
I think I know this one.
I mean, I love going. I mean, one of my favorite places on the planet is Lake Como in Italy.
knew it.
He knows that. But I will say the most interesting trip that I did that was like a beach trip, because beach trips are usually not that fascinating.
Right.
They're just fun and a lot of like frozen drinks, which
Right.
fabulous. But I was in the Maldives. The Maldives was really interesting because it's just I mean, it's so rich in like
Right.
sea life and like you can't believe. It's kind of amazing.
I was in the Mall of America.
Oh my God!
Which
is that
is
where you got
also,
this? Is
which
this where
is
you got
also
this snappy
great.
look?
If you haven't been to Camp Snoopy, I highly recommend it.
Snoopy?
A time you laughed so hard you couldn't breathe.
Probably, I would say 90% of the time that happens is because of you.
Oh, you're ridiculous.
I swear to God, it's true. He's the funniest person on the
Stop.
planet. No, he is. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Please, sit down.
I always tell him
Sit
that.
down.
I used to tell them when we were filming the show, I would wake up in the morning, I'd be in the shower like late and running and like, whatever. And I would just start laughing in the shower thinking about some shenanigan or something that happened at like 10:30 as we're like standing in a driveway and Carson's like screaming to a helicopter that doesn't exist to save us.
And he wonders why he's single.
I know.
I mean, one design fad you hate.
I really don't love that sort of one color blocked, kind of moment.
Oh, the accent wall?
Yeah, the accent wall.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
I mean, hello.
Wait
You're
a
not?
minute.
What are you?
No,
drunk?
I have wraparound accent walls. Funniest moment you've had on set with me? I think that was probably the car, right?
Oh no.
Or maybe the time you
gosh.
locked me out when I was nude.
No, that could be my favorite one.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was so we were doing a nudist house on Queer Eye, and Carson.
I didn't want to sit anywhere
No,
in that
this is-
episode.
No. So Carson out of nowhere just took all of his clothes off, and I was literally like this in the entrance hall. I was like. So I walked into the kitchen as I usually did, and I opened up every cabinet and refrigerator and freezer, found the vodka bottle, and was like, "Mama needs a cocktail."
Yes. You need to.
And then he ran outside, and I locked him out of the house, and it was the funniest thing because the camera guys were locked out with him, and he was running
Everyone
around the
was
house.
crying.
He was running around the house in like a suburban neighborhood, completely
was.
nude with these cameras, and
Back when you could have fun.
Yeah. So we would be in prison right now with all the things we did.
Best personal achievement.
Best personal achievement is, God, I would say making it here on time.
Oh, that was really good. You were actually early, which was shocking. Favorite type of food?
I would say Italian and sushi.
Okay, not together though.
No, not Italian sushi.
That's
Well,
just.
I do love a carpaccio.
Oh yeah, that is like Italian sushi. First concert you've ever attended?
Oh my God, it was the Who.
Mary Pickford, wasn't it?
No. So I think, it was either the Rolling Stones with my brothers or Who with my uncle and my cousin Jody. But whatever it was like there was one had a plane crashing and the other one had, the Rolling Stones had Talking Heads opened up for them.
Huh.
And I was way too young. My parents were like, yeah. I was that kid that my brothers would go see like their first R-rated movie, and my parents, just to get me out of the house because I was a real pain in the ass, they would send me with my brothers. I saw The Towering Inferno. I think I was 6. Not a great movie for a 6-year-old. I was like, for like 6 months after that, I was like walk around our house with like a fire extinguisher and a hose.
No, the same thing happened to me. My sister took me to The Shining, and I was like 8, and then that nude lady gets out of the tub and then turns into like an old, like decayed body. I think it's why I'm gay.
Rad Rob.
First job you ever had?
First job I ever had was a lifeguard. I was a lifeguard. Well, I worked at a summer camp. I was a lifeguard.
That makes me very nervous.
I taught water skiing. Water skiing, windsurfing, and a lifeguard.
Secret talent.
I can do this.
So loud.
I always tell people I'm an international clog dancer, and I go, don't get me
so
started.
Good, right? If you could pick one superpower, what would it be?
To see through people's clothing.
Oh my. If you were a paint color, what color would you be?
I would say graphite.
Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
NSYNC?
Sure, I don't know. I can't tell them apart.
Know. I thought they were the same person.
When you think gauche, what comes to mind? And don't say my outfit.
Your house.
Weirdest moments being recognized in public.
When I was in an airport in Chicago, and the person said, "Why do we know you? We can't figure it out." And I said, "Do you guys watch a lot of porn?"
Yes, that'll do it. They always say to me, like, "Are you a flight attendant? Did you color my hair?" I'm like, "No, I'm just gay." So now, do you want to?
Do you remember when we were on the Tonight Show and
yes.
and Jay Leno asked me, he goes, "Why is your name Thom?"
Oh, with
and I
the
didn't tell him
H.
the real story, but I just said, "Because I'm gay."
The gay spelling.
But that's not really the real story, but it's funny.
Okay, I'll try to do these quick.
Okay.
That turned into like a mini series. Are you guys
All right.
okay?
I know.
They've been
I'm
playing
chatty
soft,
as hell,
soothing
I know.
music. Your fingers must be bleeding.
Yeah.
That was like an hour long. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Welcome to 2021.
We're back. We're back, and fashion's different.
Okay. Shoot.
Okay,
go
here we
ahead.
go. One food you could eat for the rest of your life.
Oh, I love a CPK barbecue chopped chicken salad.
Oh my God.
I know,
What?
it's so naughty.
You're gonna be single. We're both gonna be single forever.
Forever.
Okay. Worst job interview you ever had?
I think it was with Anna Wintour, who you know, and she's really
Oh my
nice
God.
to you, but she's
icy in the office.
she was not warm.
She's icy in the office, but I did go to her house when I was doing her, and I found
Right.
Kentucky Fried Chicken in her house. She doesn't look like she eats Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Me neither.
And she made me a ham sandwich.
Huh.
I know.
Do you still have it?
I didn't. I ate it.
Okay.
I mean, I might. All right.
Okay.
Secret passion unrelated to design.
Oh, horses.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not really that secret.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we all know about it.
Yeah.
Don't we?
If you follow me on Instagram, at Carson Kressley, you can see.
All
Okay,
right.
keep going.
What's the first thing you notice about a person when you meet them?
Their shoes.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, no, I start
I do the same
down
thing.
there and I work my way up.
I know, right? And then what's your second on your way up?
I can't tell you.
I have a feeling you'd want my superpower, though.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been mistaken for someone and played along when it? Who was it?
It was
And when
Barclay
was it?
Butera.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna say
No.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres sometimes as well. Sometimes as well.
Okay. First time you were ever truly starstruck.
Oh, I was at one of those parties that you sometimes get invited to when you're like really like a hot commodity in Hollywood, and it was an Oscar party, and Madonna was dancing on the dance floor with her daughter Lourdes, and I just went up and I actually couldn't even make sounds. I was just like, oh. Because I was, and then like when you can make sounds, you say something really stupid like, "I love all that you do," and she's like, "Okay, security."
Yeah.
It was
You're
awkward.
like, "Sir, ma'am, you have to leave."
Yeah.
Okay, I'm interested in this question.
Okay.
Madonna or Lady Gaga?
Oh, I'm old school, Madonna. Even
on.
though that rocky start
Yeah.
we had, I feel like we're pretty close now.
Yeah.
I've never seen her again.
We had sort of cocktails, almost dinner with Lady Gaga. Remember?
Yeah, we did, and she's wonderful.
She's really sweet. She's really
She's
sweet.
actually much nicer.
Yeah, she's also a really interesting person.
Yeah.
Okay, if your life was a Broadway show, what would it be called? And don't use the word tragedy.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. That's a hard question. If life was a Broadway
I think it would
musical.
be called Judged.
Oh, Zhuzh the musical.
Judge the musical.
I laughed, I cried.
With
It
your
was
accessories.
better than Cats.
Okay. Favorite takeout food? I think I know what that is.
In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, that's not what I thought
What
you
did you
would say,
think
but I
it
love
was?
it. I thought you were going to say Chinese.
Oh, that's a close second.
But I think In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out is so good.
I love it. I do too. Okay. Favorite city in the U.S.?
Oh, favorite city in the U.S., New Orleans, I think.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, I
Good
love New
answer.
Orleans. Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
First name of your first crush?
First name.
I have
of
a
my
feeling it's going to be
first
someone from
crush.
television.
Oh, it was Lee Majors.
I knew it was going to be him.
Yeah.
I knew it because
the
I was
$6 million
The
man.
funniest thing is, when I was growing up, my house, we lived next, like 2 houses over from Bud Henniger. He was like the local newscaster
Right.
in our community in upstate New York. And he was on the same channel as the $6 Million Man, so I thought he knew him. because
Sundays
I thought
at
they were-
8.
I thought they were in the same, they were in the same space. So at one night before dinner, I literally at 7 years old, busted out of the house and escaped, and everyone's looking for me, and I
Right.
ran as fast as I could to Bud Henniger's house, rang his doorbell, and I was like, "Will you tell Lee Majors that I say hi?"
Yeah, and that's Tom's coming out
I know,
story.
Yeah, we dated for 2 years. Well, Bud Henniger and I. Just kidding. Anyways, worst design snafu you ever made. Oh, girl, I could tell you those.
Maybe when I bought all this, on Get a Room, I bought all this orange drape curtain fabric.
No, but that wasn't a snafu. That was great.
But I thought it was, I bought it in a store that had fluorescent lighting, and then I took it to the house.
Yeah.
And in the store, it looked like it was
had-
coral. It
yeah.
was pink. And then I got to the house, and it was vibrant orange.
Yeah. We had a conversation about never buy fabric unless there's you have to bring it towards the natural
You
light.
really must.
Yeah.
The whole room looked like
I always
like a
say,
Howard
look
Johnson's.
into the light, Carol Ann. When you're shopping for fabric, you have to look
gotta
into the
have
light, Carol Ann. Remember that was our
natural
lesson.
light.
Okay. First
I'll never
time
forget
you made
it.
your parents mad. Birth. They were like,
Right afterwards.
Shut up!
Slap them again. I don't know. My parents are so tolerant.
They
I mean,
are.
really.
They're lovely.
I did so many terrible
I
things.
know his parents are lovely, so I thought, remember, I was like, were you adopted?
Yeah, no, I know. They seem so nice and normal.
Yeah. Okay, best design project you ever worked on.
Oh, just anything on Get a Room was so fun and
We
so
had a blast.
inspiring.
That was super fun.
And I learned so much.
It was
so
amazing.
Thank you.
We had a blast doing that, but we were literally, it was a 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. operation.
It was a marathon.
Yeah. Okay, most memorable birthday ever.
Most memorable birthday ever. I think when I turned 40, just a week ago, we all went to Playa del Carmen, but I changed the name of it to Playa del Carson, and I made beach towels, and it was really good.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, you're stranded on
question.
a desert island. Last question. You're stranded on a desert island. You can only bring one thing. What is it?
Zac Efron.
Oh my God. Well, we'll have to break the bad news to Zac Efron.
I know. He's going to be very,
we'll
he's going to be
Zac,
very
you're going to
disappointed.
Sandals for 3 days.
Yep, get ready and bring this ointment.
Just going to be itchy in the beginning. It'll go away quick.
Thank you for that. I feel
Thank
like we
you.
really got to know Tom, right?
Thanks, guys.
What do we have to look forward to? What big projects are you working on?
Okay, looking
I'm sure
forward
you're
to,
doing a hotel.
Okay,
or...
well, we are doing a hotel, but you know what? Really, right now, so at High Point, at this moment, it's our 10th anniversary.
Oh,
of
that's
being,
right.
We've been here for 10 years.
So
in High
what
Point.
that means, if you're watching at home,
Is
High
I'm
Point
old.
is we're all. It means he's very, very old. He has no idea where he is right now.
Are we inside?
But it means that you have your own collection of
Yes.
you make your own furniture and your own wallpaper and fabric and lighting, and you've been doing that as your business for 10 years.
So this year is a big anniversary. So we had 20 years of interior design, both commercial and residential, of Thom Filicia Incorporated, 10 years of Tom Felicia Home Collection, and 5 years of Sedgwick and Brattle, which is our showroom in New York. So anyways, it's
And
kind of
can
a cool year.
anyone come to your showroom in New York? If someone's visiting New York, can
Anybody.
they go to the design center?
It's really a to the trade showroom, but we're very hospitable
Right.
and have an open bar.
I
You just
break in
stop
there
by.
all the
Yeah,
time.
especially if you're single.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, ready to mingle.
Can they order stuff online at Sedgwick and
You can
Brattle?
order sedgwickandbrattle.com and they can go online and sort of see a lot of the things that we're working on and that is going to be growing in terms of the information that will be available.
And they can find you on
Yes.
Instagram and
Yep.
Facebook and Hinge.
And Hinge.
Okay. Follow Tom Felicia on all of his social media. Thank you so much for coming. I know how
Thank
busy
you.
you are.
I love you.
I love you more.
And I love your biggest sofa in the world.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
So thank you. Next week on Couched, don't you worry, we've got, I can't read this. Hold on.
And he calls me old.
I've got to put this on. All right, next week on Couch, we've got the guest lineup to make all of your design dreams come true. So don't forget to join us, and don't forget to stay fabulous. Give it up for Tom Felicia, everybody.
Yeah, yeah.